2, 3, 4.
Almost time for the Valleycast. Take off your shoes, get off your ass. Faster than a UFO comes crashing in. Start the show. We got Steve Zaragoza and Joe Beretta, Elliot Morgan, and Lee Newton. Everything will be just fine. Think it's time for the Valleycast.
That's so beautiful.
Can we just stop? That's
Dang,
it. That's
that
the one.
That's
Yeah.
really nice.
That's like
Like,
my
that's-
favorite genre of music too.
Yeah,
that
the,
like
like, deep,
mid
deep,
'90s
deep,
kind of
deep,
like
Super safe white
pop
rock.
Yeah,
Yeah.
basically, yeah.
Yeah.
Not
It's the kind of
unlike
music
Third
that
Eye
pl-
Blind, perhaps
yeah.
a Jimmy Eat World.
Not unlike.
The kind of music that plays in Starbucks.
That one
Maybe.
nailed it. It
Yeah,
was
it was
so
really good.
good.
Yeah.
Can that be like just the fun? Like no more intros.
Do you-
Like that's the one.
We have to. We have to have intros.
I mean, I would say, yes, but I feel like eventually people are going to stop sending us intros.
and when they do, this by what
Oh,
user?
this was by PL_open bracket _close bracket.
Can I just say that I'm
we'll
very
call him Tom.
I
but
feel-
by Tom, thank you.
I feel very spoiled not operating the levels and
Does
the.
it feel weird?
Dude, it's freeing.
It's so nice. It's just like I feel like I'm unhinged. I'm relaxed. I can kick back.
Right. It's time you do that too. It's time you relax a little bit. Take it easy.
It
Steve.
is.
You know what my favorite part of that song was? When he was like, this guy's on this end, this guy's on this, and this guy's on this end. There's also a girl. The end. It was real great. It was just nice.
Is that
and
how it
quick.
went?
I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, it was very
I think
succinct.
You did, nailed it.
But I have selective memory, so that may not be the exact lyrics.
I think it was it.
Like this guy's on it, and this guy's on it,
and
and this guy's on it, and
so was
then
the
there's
girl.
Yeah,
Yeah. something
that's
like
pretty much it.
Yeah,
Hey
good job.
guys, welcome to the Valleycast.
Hello.
that. We
Hello.
are we're a group of internet entertainers by the names of Elliot Morgan, Steve
Ooh, I didn't
Zaragoza,
like it
Lee
either.
Newton, and Joe Beretta.
You might have heard that in the
Um,
song.
We were originally on a thing called SourceFed. We started a new thing called the Valleyfolk, which is a multi-platform comedy venture, and we're switching things up, having a good time. And by the time you're listening to this, we've posted the 3rd episode of your show, which is really good. And big announcements are coming up, and those announcements will happen first to our lovely patrons at patreon.com/thevalleyfolk.
Yep.
And that is how we are able to make stuff for fun that we hope you enjoy very much, and we get to do that for you, and it's really fun. And thank you to our patrons. And if you want to be a part of it, go there. And this is a podcast where we all come up with a subject and we bring it to the table.
Yeah, you
I love
dirty,
it. You
you
did
dirty
great.
freeloaders that aren't patrons don't get to special stuff first.
Yeah, like this podcast early in its longest version.
Yeah.
Version.
Can I
Both
just
audio
say-
and visual.
All the parts that we're like,
I'm drinking this this drink called Spindrift, and
I
it's
love
absolute garbage.
Okay.
it's actual
I
garbage.
really like
It's
it.
just
garbage.
like I
it tastes like dishwater or dishwashing.
What did you say,
soap.
Kate?
Kate and I
Really?
like it a lot.
But you don't like LaCroix.
I don't like it either.
I know, but
That's
it tastes like rust.
For those listeners who aren't
It's-
familiar, it's sparkling water and real squeezed fruit is the whole thing.
The,
fruit
uh,
juice
And
the
it says,
slogan-
Yep,
water.
that's it.
The slogan is real fruit tastes better. And yes, it does, because this is garbage.
That's
Well,
very
like
fun.
fucking what's that? Hint water is exactly the same. It's like just a little bit of nothing and a little tiny bit of something, and it tastes so good. And I might add, by the way, that this rust water, this rainwater here, came out of the goddamn gutters of a fucking trash house.
Okay.
Has 9 calories, by the way.
That's the real fruit juice you're drinking
No.
instead of the
9
flavored
calories
flavor.
more than
9
water.
calories for this garbage.
It's also got a gram of sugar and 2 carbs. I mean, come on. This LaCroix has 0 things and tastes delicious.
Okay, I'm just going to tell you right now, Costco doesn't have LaCroix anymore.
We should do an Amazon order.
We're
'cause
gonna
I
do an
feel
Amazon
like
order for it. Yeah.
Okay,
This
we're
tastes like
doing
the liquid
Amazon
you'd
order
squeeze
for
out
it.
of a goose beak.
Sorry
I'm
to
taking all those
sorry to
goose beak
reveal
home.
where we're at, guys, but we do sometimes order LaCroix.
Well, I'll bring you into housekeeping via your Comic-Con
Oh, that's
experience.
good. I like that.
Here we go. Housekeeping is we just like to touch on things that maybe happened the time before or time before that. you missed our talk on kindness and Mr. Rogers. So I just
Yeah.
wanted to throw a real big blanket just question out to you. You can answer it however you want.
What'd you think of Comic-Con?
What do you think of Comic-Con? What was your favorite trip? No, Mr. Rogers, did you care? Did you watch? Have you seen the documentary? Go.
Loved Mr. Rogers as a kid. My mom, this was like required viewing in my home. My mom would put on Mr. Rogers and Sesame
loved
Street,
it.
and I
Yep.
feel like PBS would have them either back to back or
They did. They have them back to back.
very close to each other. But yeah, I loved Mr. Rogers. Learned a lot. The owl, the like weird puppet that was like meow meow,
That's
used to scare the shit out of me. But
Daniel.
because he would just go meow meow. Every sentence had meow meow in it, and that's kind of like how
meow, meow.
serial killers talk. But no, I love that show, and I haven't seen the documentary yet.
So
but I
good.
want to see it so bad. A friend of mine said on Facebook, "No, I haven't seen the Mr. Rogers documentary yet because I don't like openly weeping in public. I'm gonna cry at home."
That is what happens. Is that literally, and it does suck because I wanted to really have a one of those like cries. That's those real guttural like that really get you good, and you're like,
Yeah.
oh, good, I'm good for 4 months.
Where you
like
can't
I'm all right.
breathe 'cause you're
where
crying
you're just
so
like,
good.
I
And
had,
so
I
I don't
holding
think a
that back
movie's
is-
ever done that for me.
This was it.
I've never done that.
I've never done that in another movie, but this was it.
I had this
Ooh.
when I was in, I think it was, I don't remember what year it was, maybe like 2004, maybe. I had the opposite experience where I expected to cry very much during a film. And then I didn't cry at all. And that movie was called The Passion of the Christ. And
yeah.
I felt very bad that I did
That
for
you
a
didn't
very
cry.
long time. Yeah, because everyone in like
Because everyone's
my
like,
world.
oh, you're gonna cry.
Yeah, I
Elliot,
had-
you're gonna cry.
Yeah, and I
Oh,
was,
you're gonna cry. Oh my God, you're gonna cry.
If you don't cry, you're going to repent.
Oh my God, you're gonna cry.
I didn't cry in Toy Story 3.
Steve,
Oh,
neither did
really?
I.
And Elliot
Yeah.
cried in
Neither
Toy
did
Story
I.
3.
That's
It's real
worse than
strange.
Passion of the Christ for sure.
Yeah, that scene where they're all gonna go into the furnace or
Oh.
whatever.
That scene
I
when all
lost it.
14 of those toy Jesuses were
It's like
Yeah.
Passion of the Christ times 14.
I
I
did
was
Oh,
like,
rewatch
you're
it, but
gonna
that part didn't
cry.
get me. I remember being like a kid. Maybe I was like a teenager, or like, and I was watching. There's this movie with Philip Seymour Hoffman called Love, Liza.
Yep.
And it was on like Showtime or something, and it was so late at night, and I was watching it, and I just remember I'm alone in my room. It might have been like I could have been on my man period, or I don't know, maybe I was in a weird mood or
Could have
something.
just had hormones that
coulda-
were different and changing.
Which is, I mean, another way to say man period, I guess. But you're right. It could have
Sure.
been. It could have been hormones. But that movie fucked me right up, man. I
Another
just
way to say
started
the
crying.
scientific term man period.
Yeah. Let's use science here, please.
So sorry.
Let's try to be as scientific as possible.
Sorry.
No, but I
You're
lost my
fucking
shit.
Man tampon in a
I,
twist.
I lost my shit on Love Liza. I
Liza.
just crying alone at night at like 2 a.m. in my
That's
bedroom.
the worst that happens though is when something hits you super hard and you're like, "Ugh," and everyone's like, "Are
Yeah.
you okay?" From the other room.
What are you doing over there with
I'm
them?
just trying to make sure those levels are good. You
Diddling.
guys
He's
are
diddling.
you guys
What
are
do
a
you think's going
cavalcade
on,
of
Elliot?
crazy is what you are.
I know,
I
man.
know.
Now you
I'm
see what I
worse
deal
than
with.
peeking, and then Lee disappeared for a
Yeah,
moment,
man.
and she came back.
Sorry,
I know it's
turned
so
my head
difficult.
away.
It's so difficult.
It's very sensitive. I apologize.
Yeah.
Cool. Well, Mr. Rogers, great. My son watches Daniel Tiger, which was birthed
God, it's
from
so
Mr.
good.
Rogers.
What's that?
Oh,
It-
Daniel
it's a
Tiger.
kid's
It's a
show,
kid's show.
with all of the characters from Mr. Rogers living in a town. Mr. McFeely.
Is it
It's
cartoon?
animated.
Yeah, it's animated. It's really
That's
cool.
cool.
Yeah.
It's really
Does
cool.
it have like Mr. Rogers like things? Like has the little trolley or something?
Yeah,
That's
Charlie
cool.
is Daniel Tiger's best friend in the whole city.
I'm sorry, a tiger is a friend with an inanimate object? I don't
hey.
understand that.
Not
With an
okay.
automo, like
I
like
know.
a vehicle?
I know.
You think
How could he
that's
be
the
friends with a
craziest part?
vehicle?
The whole town was founded
Steve,
on top
you're
of the
best
grave of
friends with a
Mr.
broom.
Rogers.
Yeah. Little known fact.
They all
He's
live in
not
his
wrong.
sweater.
He's not wrong.
Oh, man.
Can you turn up me a little bit?
Yes,
I
I
feel like
can.
I'm peeking in my own headphones.
I like just.
I think you're doing a
asking
great
Joe to
job,
do
Joe, and I don't
multiple
want you to
different
stop
things.
being
Joe,
that
I'd
role.
love it if you could just do that. Are
I
you
think
loving
you're
this?
having
Are you
fun
loving
doing
just
it.
hanging out?
You look like you're having a great time over there.
There we
and I
go.
think you should stay there. And
Good times.
It would be nice if I didn't have to do that ever again.
Okay, Steve, well,
Oh, I
what the
love
hell?
it.
Man, jump right in.
So, each of you, what's a cartoon or something you remember watching as a kid that you wouldn't mind seeing brought back now for a new millennial like audience?
Ooh, I got it.
Joseph
I
Beretta.
got mine too.
I got one that I'm super excited about, and I've talked about this with you guys a little bit, but not in regards to answering this specific question. Back in the day, do you remember the Super Mario Brothers Super Show?
Yes, with Captain Lou Albano.
Right? It was really, really good. With the Mario Brothers and,
And
plumbing's
plumbing's
our
our
game.
game.
We're not like the others who get all the fame. When your sink is in trouble,
Would you call us on the double or
Or
something?
faster than the others, you'll be hooked on the brothers.
brothers.
To the bridge. Okay, so that was great. And that
On the brothers,
that show itself was really fun, and they really went into the Mario world, and they weren't bashful about it. They really went for it. And it started with the early Mario games, and they did a lot from Mario 2, which was really
Yeah, they
really
had
different.
They had like
Shy
Birdo and the Shy Guys, and stuff, yeah.
which was, you know, if you know Mario lore, that was an actual, like, they took the skin from another game, Doki Doki Panic, I think is what
Yeah,
it was.
nice work.
And like all of that stuff got
Kate's
shoved
just
into
asleep over there.
all that stuff got
Sorry,
shoved into
Ben.
Mario
She's
lore.
actually crawling out the
Guys,
window.
I'm going on a journey
No,
here
no,
even
this
to
is
get
good.
to my answer.
You know I love this.
But then they went into Super Mario 3 and they brought in Bowser and his
Koopa Kids.
Koopa Kids, and as that show grew, or as the games grew, they would bring him into the show, which I think was something that was new and people weren't doing back then. But that's not the one I want to do. I want to talk about the offshoot that was associated with that show, which was Link, The Adventures of Link.
Yeah.
Sometimes they would cut the half an hour in half, and 15 minutes of it would be a really piece of shit
Yeah, so
adaptation
bad.
of Link, The Adventures of Link and Zelda, and it was a really bad cartoon.
Really?
Yep.
Horrible voice acting and everything. And it
The
didn't-
animation sucked too.
animation sucked. Link was just like
really did.
this like annoying preteen dork
Yeah.
that like couldn't do his job. Like it sucked. So I think to reboot that would be amazing.
Yeah, it really was.
He sucked. He wasn't fun but he wasn't Link.
Right.
He was some bullshit adaptation of Link. But you could bring that back,
so
and you could
mad
do a
about it.
really cool dark, I would say, like Netflix series,
Oh.
where if like Nintendo was brave, they'd just be like, go for it.
Link.
It's so weird how precious
Awesome,
they are
awesome
with
answer.
like.
Yeah, that'd be amazing.
Isn't that weird how they don't like? I want like a Wind Waker animated
Yeah.
series where it's
Yeah,
like
that makes sense to me.
right. Like I don't know, they're so precious with
And that-
Zelda,
and
but
that's the
back
cute
in
version of it,
But
which
that feels
could still
like one
be
that
awesome.
Totally, obviously.
And then my secondary answer to that is another video game based one, which is sad, but I think could be done really well if the right IP was involved, and that is Captain N
And the Game
the Game
Masters.
Masters,
Oh, yeah,
which was really freaking cool and brought in Simon Belmont, it brought in Kid Icarus, Mega Man.
That tomato.
It was an eggplant, the eggplant wizard.
It was an eggplant.
eggplant wizard from Kid Icarus.
I thought it was a tomato with
God.
sunglasses on.
But you could do that now.
You guys are remembering two very different things.
Yeah.
And I could see that again as a cool like Netflix series, or man, if in the right hands, give me a live action. How cool would that be?
Oh shit, that'd be rad.
How are
Yep.
you gonna fucking do the fucking eggplant with
Hey,
the sunglasses,
yeah, man.
They're not gonna include Kid Icarus in this
Okay.
adaptation.
Wasn't
Oh,
yeah,
that's
Kid
my
Icarus.
new
Yeah,
rap
yeah, yeah.
name is Kid Icarus.
Kid Icarus. That's actually really good.
God, what a good rap name that
Those are
is.
my answers. I have many others, but
I
I,
have-
feel like I've taken up enough
I know
time.
mine.
Okay, Lee, what
No,
do you
I know
got?
mine. Well, there is because I've actually been rewatching it. Animaniacs. I've been rewatching, and the writing is so good.
Great choice.
It's so adult oriented.
Yeah.
Like it's aggressively adult oriented to the point where I'm like, what do kids see in this?
But they also wouldn't
Great
talk
choice
down to
there.
kids.
no, they wouldn't. And they did like goofiness. Like I think
Yep.
the goofiness really held
It was
on
like
to it.
slapsticky
Yes.
Marx Brothers type
Just-
Totally.
stuff. Vaudeville.
In Malcolm Gladwell's voice, can you now give
Nope.
Lee your approval of her?
I mean, I feel like you're already nailing it. I can't do it. Do it. Give me a Malcolm.
Lee Newton. That's a wonderful answer.
Oh, that's good.
That was there for
You're
a
I don't
getting
know who
better.
that is. Is
You're
that an
getting
NPR
better.
person or something?
Kind of.
That was a great answer.
Oh, you're getting better.
Thank you.
Yeah, it's
very
coming.
much.
It's coming.
Yeah.
Can I do Mark
Ooh, if I can get a
Ruffalo?
good Malcolm Gladwell impression, that'd be cool. He's got to get better. He's got to get more.
Yeah, Malcolm
More people
Gladwell, you got to
know
get
who he is,
better.
but Malcolm Gladwell, like he's got to up his
Why are you
game, but when
trying
he's
to up
there,
your game,
I'm jumping in.
Malcolm Gladwell?
Can I do Mark Ruffalo?
Yeah, do Mark
accepting
Ruffalo.
Lee's,
Yes, please do.
Steve's doing Mark
I
Ruffalo
think,
impression.
Hold on.
Job.
Why did you stick your tongue out?
Because it's funnier. Hold on.
So bad.
No, I think it's really cool that you like.
He's doing a Stallone De Niro.
No, I'm not. I'm not doing Stallone. What are you talking about?
That's not Mark.
It's not Mark.
I'm
Ruffalo.
Bruce Banner. I'm Bruce Banner.
It's there in moments.
So-
It's there in the
I
knot.
actually
You know.
like that it is so far away from him
Yeah,
that
yeah.
it's just like
well,
There's a
it's
hint.
more of a
like-
visual.
There's
It's
an
more of a
essence.
visual.
You know what?
thing.
Actually, no. Oh, okay, I'm gonna do
For those of you hearing it,
For
it's
those
a
of you
visual.
hearing it, it's
For
this
those
is
of you
my
seeing, it's more of an
this is my
audible thing.
Celine Dion impression. Okay, it's like
Hello, I'm Celine Dion.
that's your.
That could also be a good Christian Bale.
It is actually.
I like. Hello.
play Batman,
boy.
Celine, thank you for being here today. Can you just tell us a little bit about the inspiration and actually the feeling that you have before when you walk out on stage and you sing that hit from Titanic?
I loved it. Oh, the great toy.
Thank you. You can go now. The back door's over there. Please don't go out the front.
Okay.
Hi, I'm Mark Ruffalo. I'm a big fan.
No!
You are not Mark Ruffalo.
Big fan of Celine.
Celine.
Steve Zaragoza.
Wait, okay, so I'm gonna
Ruffalo.
Mark Ruffalo.
No, Philip Seymour Hoffman.
Oh my
is-
God, no!
My name is Malcolm Gladwell. This is my podcast. Buddies.
So ridiculous.
Okay, go ahead, Lee.
No,
Sorry.
I would do Animaniacs and a Heartbeat because I really think they could have a lot of fun with today,
Yeah.
like with nowadays stuff. Also, I don't know if you guys remember this, and I'm hoping anyone does. Someone in the comments will. There was a show, and I think that my mother pushed it on us because Transformers were really, really expensive, and these guys were not.
Hey, will you watch Dirt and Friends, Lee?
And what it is, it's okay. Listen,
Your
hey,
dad's gonna be twisting
Honor-
bananas
honestly-
outside. You want to watch that show?
hey, Twisting Nanners was a pretty dang good show, okay? You're going to cry. You were going to cry during
Twisted
Twisting
Nanners.
Nanners. Transformers was on, and Jake was really into it. My brother was really into it. And then also the show called GoBots.
I remember GoBots.
Okay, do you remember GoBots?
Yeah, I had
Yeah.
GoBots.
I liked
I remember
GoBots, and I
GoBots,
always
yeah.
remember liking GoBots a lot more because even back then I was like, oh, I just like it's like funnier and sillier and
Yep.
goofier, and I kind of want them to bring back GoBots because it was
Wow.
like such
Great
a
choice,
weird,
Lee.
goofy one.
It was a
That
great
was.
choice.
Thank you very much.
Man, if you
But,
guys were living
yeah.
in
Hey,
the
this is
world.
Mark Ruffalo. That's a good
Oh
choice.
my God. So bad. It's not. It's like a bad.
What are you talking about? I'm Mark
It's there.
Ruffalo.
I'm telling. It is there. It's so you're doing the mouth thing
It's
too much, but the
insane.
voice is
All right,
there.
I'll find it. I'll find a good
Yeah,
medium.
please find
Well,
it.
we're gonna do a 3-part documentary series of finding Mark
Finding
Ruffalo.
Finding Ruffalo.
And it's just you trying to find a passable
God.
impersonation.
Just the idea that someone might know that's who you're doing.
Elliot, is there a show you watched as a child you would like to
Oh
see
my
remade?
I didn't want to go into it.
Animaniacs is a great choice, by the way.
Animaniacs
Perfect
is the
choice.
best choice.
Which I think is actually it's already coming back.
Oh, great.
They're bringing it back.
Am I
speaking
doing
of-
Dot?
Speaking of their head of the game, mine would be Frasier.
No!
Or
That's
Wait a
an
minute, that's not a
animated
cartoon.
Series. You
oh, you
dingus.
said cartoon?
Yeah, like an animated show
Yeah,
you
he
watched
said
as a
an
kid.
animated show.
Oh, Batman animated series.
Oh yeah,
There you go. That's a good one. That's a
cool.
really good
Yeah.
one.
Oh,
Yeah,
wait,
that's
are
good.
you wanting that same style back
Yeah.
in that same
That'd be
Same
so
world?
style,
bad.
and then I think they could go like a little darker now. I think they kind of
Oh, yeah, that's probably real
Again,
true.
And then-
Netflix it up, baby.
Yeah, and like make
Yeah,
it
Netflix.
really gritty and make it because that show is such a actually like a good mystery show.
Yeah.
and it was such good writing, like so tight. So yeah, that would be amazing.
I
to
can't
see.
remember.
would be
Did
a good
your
one.
did your family allow you to partake in the video games a lot growing up? Like, did you play the Super Nintendo version of that animated series?
Yeah, but I was like, I didn't do it a lot.
Yeah,
I
it was
barely-
really good.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I remember images of it, but I can't be
It
sure. if I
matched
was,
the
like,
artistic style and everything, and the gameplay was really fun.
really cool.
It's warm as fuck in here, right?
It's a little warm.
Okay, cool.
Oh, warm.
There's a Blu-ray set of the Batman animated series coming out really soon. That's like a remaster of all the old episodes. It's worth checking out.
yeah,
I'm gonna
that's
check that
pretty
out.
cool.
Yeah.
I don't do, all that, but I don't think I'd ever buy a Blu-ray anymore.
It's probably going to be available digitally too.
right, but I think when I heard that was like on Netflix for a second, I got really excited. Or,
No,
like, Hulu or something.
unfortunately, no. But it might someday.
I thought it was. I thought it was available somewhere.
I just
for a
don't know
moment.
where.
Do you think
Maybe
they're going to
Hulu?
release the audio tapes?
I don't know.
The Zapruder film and Batman the animated series are
My
going to be
God.
released.
Wow, directly at Kate.
Pardon me. You're
I know,
doing
welcome.
over
poor
there, Kate?
Kate.
Yeah.
I feel bad because the good chair is not in the corner. Kate's on the bunk chair right now.
Are you kidding
and
me?
I
I'm
feel-
sitting on the worst chair in the whole office. I think.
I love that chair. Switch me next
Really?
time. I
Oh
love
my
that
God.
chair.
Guys, I'm sitting on a pretty good chair. Hey,
Yeah.
another one that I would love bouncing
Hi, Joe
off
here,
of you.
sitting in a
I'm
good
on
chair.
great chair. I'm here with not Celine Dion and also never going to be Mark Ruffalo's.
I'm sorry, I'm working on it.
yeah,
Come on,
we're
man, it's
gonna find
unfair. It's
Ruffalo.
unfair. Hey, it's unfair.
Tiny Toons would be another one that I think would be really fun.
Oh my gosh, yes. I actually, and this is true, in the last 3 weeks, I rented How I Spent My Summer Vacation because I was like,
Yeah.
I want to see, because I think I talked about it on this podcast or somewhere.
Water
and
go
I was
down
like,
the hole.
I want to see if it holds up. And guys, holds
Yeah, man.
up
Cool.
hard. Like I was LOLing.
What does that
Outlouding.
mean?
You mean, but
Oh, I was
Something.
it was lethargically overwhelmed.
She was laughing out
litigiously.
Ah, good.
litigiously. That is my favorite way to be.
To be
Did you enjoy it?
lethargically
Yes.
overwhelmed.
How much did you enjoy that when you watched it? I enjoyed it so goddamn much. I sued it.
Sued it. I sued it.
Oh, did we go on a tangent?
Yeah, we do tend to.
There's no way.
Dang it.
Oh.
Guys,
We
we
get on a
have
tangent.
a
I truly don't think it's that bad.
sponsor.
Peer, peer, peer.
Nine. This is guys. This is a very exciting sponsor. This is a new sponsor
Ooh,
to
I
my
love a new sponsor.
my knowledge, and I'm very excited about it. It's called Beachbody on Demand, ladies and gentlemen. Now you might be saying to yourself, "Well, what's Beachbody? Well, does P90X sound familiar? Does Insanity sound familiar? What about 21 Day Fix or
yeah.
T25? What about all those things? Basically, this is a workout program, and it is available on demand. And you've been listening to us talk about Beachbody on Demand for a while now, but have you gotten your free trial yet, guys? See how I did that seamlessly?
Yeah, super seamless.
Grammatically, it didn't make sense, but I think emotionally it did.
Yeah,
so,
definitely.
here's the deal, guys. This is a workout program that you can do at home. I personally have done P90X before, and I've done P90X3. You
We
guys
did
have
21
done,
Day Fix.
Yeah, and it was
And,
fucking great.
It was. It
I,
kicked us.
Kicked our asses, but I felt better than I ever had in my whole life.
Maybe
Yeah.
you should do that again.
Yeah, I would love
Yeah,
to.
and
Love to.
I remember when I did P90X and P90X3 was just available on the DVDs, and this is like an on-demand thing, so all the workouts are available, including like yoga and all this stuff. And I signed into it, and it's cool, and it's all there,
It's all
and
just
it's like
there.
it's actually very awesome. And like I liked P90X3 specifically because it was like my first time ever exercising. This is years and years ago. I hadn't done it recently, but then I signed in recently to do this anyway. But P90X3 is so good because it's perfect if you don't like working out around people, which is good if you're
Solo
not used
venture.
to it. Yeah, and
Yeah, man.
at least in my experience, that helps a lot because I don't like being.
Well, no, it does. It
I
helps.
don't like people.
I mean, for anything, I don't like people, and also like, there's such a weird gym etiquette that you're like, I just want to go. Don't make me like put my hair
I
up
want to
and
lift
put
this
lashes
weight
on.
the way I want to lift
I
it.
Yeah.
know that's girls do that so much.
Girls
So-
do so much, and then there's always some weird guy that's like behind me and like, you done? And you're like, I'm done when I'm done,
Right.
bro.
So this is over
Well,
700
I'm
workouts.
gonna lift 700 pounds, bro.
Right, that's enough, Lee. Over 700 workouts for all fitness
Not
levels.
during the ad, Lee.
Not
Yeah,
during
you
the
got it,
ad,
buddy.
Lee. We'll save it for
So
later.
sorry, buddy.
There's over 700 workouts for all fitness levels, guys, ranging from bodybuilding to weight training to cardio to yoga and even dance workouts. There's nutrition help. You can work out on your schedule. You can work out as short as 10 minutes. That doesn't require any extra equipment. You can access it anywhere, anytime on Apple TV, on tablets, on smartphones, all that stuff. Best deal in fitness. So here's how you're going to do it. You're going to text 303030, the word Valley. That's it, and you get a free trial. You text the word Valley. I'm not going to tell you what that means. Hint, Valleyfolk, that's us. Hi, welcome to the podcast.
Hello.
Hi.
You text that to 303030, and you can start your free trial. Thanks, everybody. Thanks for listening. It's been a pleasure.
Lee's boob was bit by a spider. And we're all a little worried about it because we're seeing where the
And they're all worried about it because they've been seeing
we're
my
seeing
boob
the
all day.
histamine trails and where they're expanding on her body.
Yeah, it's like in the movies when someone gets poisoned and you see it going through their veins like instantly. That's what it looks. That's what Lee's boob looks like.
But I
right
also
now.
have all day been showing you my boob.
She has.
And being
Yeah.
like, is this bad?
my
And
favorite-
they're like,
My favorite moment was when we were at lunch with Kevin Plackey and Kate, and Lee was like showing us all
Photos.
pictures on
I
her
didn't
phone, and then she swiped over to her tit photo, and Kevin Plackey's just like, oh look, yeah, there's.
It looks infected. You should get that checked out.
it
well,
is
that was my
scary.
tit.
Well, there it is.
So one.
Imagine if it had been like me, and it'd just be like, "Oh, that's my dick." Oops, sorry, sorry.
It's not equivalent. That'd be like, look, that's my nuts.
Sorry,
like,
that's the spider bite
boob.
on my
nuts.
dick.
Okay, yeah.
It's nuts.
And to be
Sorry,
fair, it
my
was-
nuts.
Titties are nuts.
It was
I
Yeah,
think,
that makes
right?
sense. Yeah,
It was
yeah.
more side boob, anyways, right?
Yeah, well,
No, it was
with
full
me,
boob.
it's all.
Oh, there's no side boob with Lee.
It was. They did see a full boob. They're like, oh, all right.
It was
You know,
medical,
To be
it's okay.
fairness, though, you also don't know if it's that or just like the surface of the moon. It's like the whitest orb you've ever seen.
So
You know.
one, are you okay? You feel okay?
I mean, I feel fine.
Okay.
Will I die from a spider tip bite? We'll find out. Oh, I do. I am gonna be sad if I lose this boob.
You're
to
not going to
spiders.
lose your boob. I believe in you.
God, I just gonna be so bad.
I boob leave in you.
Sad.
We're all giving you our breast wishes.
That one's a good one. Steve, can I embroider that on the back of a jacket? Because I'm gonna.
Yeah, do it,
Breast
baby.
wishes. I will be putting on a shirt, sir. Oh,
That's
I
nice.
love that.
Oh man. So
Okay,
like,
spider bite.
it all brought like I was looking at what's happened. It's like, oh yeah, bodies are weird. Like
Yes,
everything.
they are.
Bodies are
How
weird.
you don't know there, bud?
Is your mic
It
okay?
happens all the time. It's fine.
And our experiences are weird. So it got to me to thinking like we all have our own little like tics and weird like
Yeah.
things with our own bodies that we worry other people may not experience. So I wanted to open it up and be like, hey guys, what about your bodies is kind of
Oh
weird.
my god.
Oh.
And we can throw it out there, one, to make other people feel less weird, and two, to see if we're as weird as we may think we are. So, to give an
Oh,
example,
fun. Wow, this is very deep.
I make a lot of cum. Like more than you think.
like more than you think.
It's a little weird.
Oh man,
See, this is why you don't open it up. Okay, is yours going to be the thing where when you
Yeah.
touch your belly
It's
button?
my belly button.
Yeah, when you touch
Yeah.
Joe,
Well,
when he
so-
touches
Yeah.
his belly button, he feels it in his wiener.
yeah,
Yeah.
but it's like it isn't like
Yeah.
it's not
That's the truth.
It's
No,
not a
it's not a
casual.
And
wiener.
Elliot is actually doing the weird tick that I think of.
You guys,
He always
it's not-
does.
I do that, yeah, but,
you do like
hang on. Back to
it's
to
not a
Joe's and
casual.
my thing.
It's
Okay.
not a,
Oh, and your thing.
100%.
High fivesies.
Yeah, man.
See, it's not a casual like I feel it. It's like somebody's taking a needle
No.
and jamming it
Yeah.
into
No.
the head
Yeah.
spot.
What?
Oh my
Of your
God.
penis?
not the head spot for
Like,
me.
Yeah, but it's like within like a
God
little bit
damn.
within the urethra.
Sorry for the language.
What the
That-
fuck?
Like, so it's like if I just jangle in my little belly
Stop,
button, I dig
stop.
in it. If you,
All right.
if you dig
All right,
too
got
far,
it.
like you're
This is so far the weirdest
like you're
one.
trying to get some lint
What's
out,
the title
you
of
just
this
get a
gonna
zing.
be?
I
Yeah.
get a
Ooh,
zing.
I don't like it.
It's a
Really?
zing. It's
You
like
get a zing?
Yeah, it's in some guys. It's like this nerve.
Dillman
that's
does
like
too, because I always
connected.
try
Yeah, I
and
think I've
poke
talked
his
to
belly
Dillman about
button,
it.
and he's so
Oh,
weird
I mean,
about
No,
I'm
it.
yeah,
with you
it's
guys on
horrible.
that. I do not like to be
But
poked
no,
in the
if
BB.
You were talking about. We're talking about if somebody pokes you in the BB,
belly button.
I'm not into it.
You will feel an immense
No,
pain in your
zing.
genitals.
I don't in my genitals, but I feel a pain in the BB.
Yeah, but this
Deep
is
in the
different.
BB.
This is different.
Oh, you feel it in the BB?
I feel it deep in the BB.
I think you could go far down my BB and it'd be fine.
Yeah, I think maybe this is like I don't know. Maybe
don't
it's
get
a
a
men
ding-
versus
you-
women
you
thing.
don't get
my
a
dick
dinger
does not
zinger?
hurt.
I get
when
no
I get a
zing.
BB.
I get no waggle zazzle.
I think I recall one time I looked
You don't
it
get
up.
a wang
It's-
diddle?
I don't get a
It
tip
affects some men. Like it's just a
Just
thing.
some.
Yes, it's not.
It-
Oh my
it's
God.
not a
It
majority.
Do you
affects
guys wanna
the
do-
best men.
Do you guys want to
I
do
think
the
that's what they.
saddest?
I think that's what it said.
Yeah.
Hold on. Do you want
When
to
I
do
read
the
it.
saddest PSA? Do you want to film the saddest PSA?
Yeah.
You know that thing when. All right, he's done.
Wing doodle affects 4 out of 5 men.
That's really funny, actually. We should do that.
I just want here's a girdle you can wear that'll just protect your belly button so no one will touch it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just don't like my belly button touched at all. It's a very sensitive place for me.
I mean, it's a
Mine's
weird
fine.
spot.
Have at it.
Well, I just can't help but think about what it was at one point and how that was like a direct line to
Connection
like
to your
everything
mama?
in
That
my
is
body.
that
and-
is actually the weirdest
scares
part
me.
about it. It's also now like not to be
The
that
power that belly
crazy
button has.
person.
Yeah.
But it's like the weirdest now when they're figuring out all this cord blood stuff. How it's like, oh, it's amazing gold. It's like
Wait,
human
cord blood?
cord blood. The blood from your umbilical cord
You're
is like
supposed to save
yeah,
it.
you're supposed to save it. It has
I
like
know about saving the cord,
stem.
but the
No,
blood?
it has like stem cells in it. It's like really magical.
You're supposed
it's
to
like a
suck on
powerful
it for
thing.
It has
15
stencils
minutes
in it?
after
Yeah,
birth.
you wear
All
it
right.
around your
All
neck
right.
and you tie it in a bone for at least the first 6 months. It's
Well,
really great.
I've heard about gobbling down the placenta like a wild wolf, but I don't know if
Yeah.
I've heard
I
anything
think
about
most of the time they don't actually eat it like a wild wolf, Steve. They like dry it and they put it in.
Well,
pill
I'm sorry.
form.
I was at a hometown buffet and I watched someone eat their placenta.
Ordered nothing. Just sat down, took it out of a briefcase, and went to
The
town.
woman just slammed
That's
her head
actually
down
just
on
a
the
fork.
plate and started gnawing on her placenta. It was pretty interesting.
Wait. Okay, so we have wing diddles.
Wing diddles.
Do you guys have anything? Is there anything about your
My-
body that's like a little weird?
I feel like I'm gonna be the odd man out because I have a completely different body than you guys.
I don't
think
expect
our
you to
penises
have-
are the
We
same.
actually all have completely different bodies than each other.
That's true too.
No, wiener.
Oh, well, if
butthole,
you're talking
butthole,
about
butthole.
anatomy, then yeah. But I
Oh,
mean, we
you
all
just
have
mean
different
parts.
biological makeups and genetic makeups.
I'm trying to think of what. I mean, no. I mean, you
Man,
know.
that's gonna be a short topic. You guys in the
No,
comments,
I
let
mean,
us
no,
know
no,
about
no,
your
no.
wang diddles.
No, the wang diddles is what we're talking about, like ticks and stuff
Just
too.
like
though,
anything,
like,
yeah.
I don't know. I mean, I think
Oh,
I'm
'cause-
pretty
yeah,
much
'cause I do that.
perfection. This is tough, except for my spider boob.
You do have
I
a
think
spider
I'm
boob.
doing no. I mean, I'm different in the sense that I'm covered in scars. So I'm
You are.
like,
Yeah, she
I
is.
feel like I'm very like. If ever there was like if we decided to do a horror film, I feel like I would have to be like exposing them and be like the killer. Because I
Whoa.
think I could be real and deep
Or
and be
you're the
very
person-
Heath Ledger about
you'd
it.
be
You're the person they meet like 2/3 of the way through
Yes!
the film, and you've been like living
I'm
in the
the
woods
Zelda
by
Rubinstein.
yourself.
I'm the
Yeah.
Zelda Rubinstein
that's
for
cool.
sure, right?
Yeah, I like
I'm like,
that.
I need you to enunciate if we're gonna make this movie.
about
No,
it. Just go inside.
I'm sorry. You think you can?
Tell her to come down or she's gonna get a spanking.
Cut. No, this.
Zelda, you're already creeping us out with the way you look. I have a thing, like, I don't know if this is like I have like a tick where like when the second I like remove my shoes, I like crack my toes.
Oh, I do the same thing.
Like not with
Yes,
my
Steve.
hands, but
Oh.
I'll just like down on
Crack it.
like just
Yeah.
my toe. I'll just do like a little toe crack, and then like throughout the night, like I'll be like I'll just do a little toe crack instinctively, like a little.
I have a very similar thing. I
just
do
move my
ankle
toe.
cracks, and Delman hates it because I'll like roll my ankles and I'll just be like,
Yeah,
and he
just
hates
a thing,
it.
just a little.
It's just a little weird tick. I also bite my lip 24/7, 365. I'm a lip biter.
Yeah, I have like my nose and ear hairs are too long. I got too much butt hair. I have a weird eczema on my
Yeah.
forehead. My
Sure.
my toes are like little finger toes. I don't love how far down my balls hang. Also, I don't.
That's
I
an
wish they
age
were
thing.
more proportionate. And you'd think. And I often feel like my elbows are sticking out more than other people's are. And when I look at my fingers, they always look like a girl's hands, and there's nothing I can do about it. And then sometimes I feel like and then around my face, I can't grow enough facial hair, so I kind of try to compensate with it with the razor, but it doesn't always work. But then the nostrils as well have eczema there, and so then I have to try to do a little lotion there, but that doesn't always fix it. And then I feel like if I'm constantly monitoring for receding hairline because I think it's hereditary. I've dodged most of the bullets so far, but I think that at some point it might eventually catch up with me. But
My butt
besides
crack
that,
goes
I'm
up
good.
too high. I was actually going to talk about camping for a second because I went into the camps and it was great, and we camped and it was beautiful and I loved it. But I feel like I've talked about camping.
I think you've
a
talked
lot.
about camping like 2 weeks
God,
ago.
I love it so much. I just really
It's okay.
do.
I don't think she's talked about camping more than I've talked about Disneyland.
That's actually true.
yet,
Or
so I think we're
Muppets.
okay.
Right,
He's
right,
talked about
right,
Muppets.
right.
Well,
a
I will
lot.
never.
I wasn't
never
coming
apologize
after. I wasn't
about
telling you she
Muppets.
shouldn't talk
No,
about
but
it.
here's
I'm
okay.
just
What I
pointing
was
out.
going to
You're
talk
just
about
pointing
because
it
I
out.
realized
Just
this when
when you say that
camping.
implies that I was against her.
Have you guys ever, and maybe this is just me, but there was a thing I was talking about where I was like telling the people that we went camping with, I was like, oh, like we're going to do s'mores and we're going to do hot dogs and we're going to do campfire Pop-Tarts. And they were like, huh?
What the fuck?
Yeah,
Wait, you said that?
I said that. And they were like, huh? And I was like, yeah, like when you put the Pop-Tarts on the campfire, so you got like a nice toasty Pop-Tart
Oh,
on the
wow.
campfire. And they were like, people don't do that.
Yeah, certainly not.
And I was like, huh? Like, wait, your parents aren't trash and they didn't make you do that as a child.
Did you?
You put Pop-Tarts on an open fire?
Open fire.
Oh,
You put it like, or like on next to the grill or next to the hot rock that was there. And and I realized in that moment as a 33-year-old woman that my parents were poor.
Yeah, that'll do it.
And there's so many
Like
things.
campfire Pop-Tarts or something like it.
Pop-Tarts, man. And they were just like, no.
Hey guys,
Which-
we're gonna go do some sizzle Twinkie sticks. Let's go do them.
What kind of boldness do you have to have as a person? Like, if somebody was like super excited about campfire Pop-Tarts, I definitely wouldn't question them.
Hey kids, how
I would
about
just be like, oh, good for this person. I guess they're into campfire Pop-Tarts. I wouldn't be a dick about it and be like, that's not a thing, kid.
gather around, kids? We're gonna do campfire ham.
Oh,
okay.
Like,
We're just cooking ham on the fire.
You guys
that's
like
actually
warm
something that
Capri
I think they
Suns?
would have done. But there's those things that you realize, like as an adult, when you're like, oh wait, not everyone like wrapped up kiwis in a box for Christmas. Like we all didn't do that.
It's
But
just-
yeah, that was definitely what.
It's just unbearably hot in here to me right now.
It is really.
Kate,
warm.
would you at least open the door? Are you okay over there? Are you hot too?
You're in the shot. She says.
You're in the shot?
You're in the shot.
The
You
door's
can-
in the shot.
All right.
Well,
I mean,
how about it says, hey, special treat for patrons. You get to see what's outside our fucking door. Someone open it.
He's gonna die. Steve gets
sorry,
so
the
mad
king
when
has
he gets
spoken,
hot.
everybody.
He gets so mad when he's hot. Okay, no, that was it. Is really like those moments where you realize parts of your childhood when you're like, oh, that was like kind of sad. When you're like, I mean, I don't know if you guys ever experience that kind of stuff, but it's like, one, you should know that if you throw a s'mores or a maple cinnamon sugar Pop-Tart on a campfire, it's the best thing you've ever had in your life. It is so good.
Wait, what are you cooking it on?
I think you were thinking
in the pan?
You can either put it if there's a grill on your fire, you can pop it right on the grill, or if there's not, you pop it on a rock right by the fire.
I don't think that's as crazy as you guys think it is.
Yeah, are you sure
This
your parents weren't
sounds
just
like a good
stoners? I think they were stoners.
I mean, it's a possibility. It's
isn't
not
a
a
poor
possibility,
thing.
but it is like
they got high.
it was just like a food thing. They're big foodies, and so I think they're just like put it on the fire. It's gonna be delicious.
I think that's a great idea.
It is a great idea, but I got like a lot of like that's not a thing, and I realized there's certain things that happen as an adult where you're like, yeah, then we can duct tape the box and we can push it down the hill, and they're like,
well, surely you've been.
no.
I mean, you watch a lot of TV and movies, Lee. You
Sure, I
can't be
do.
that surprised Pop-Tarts on the fire isn't a fucking thing. I mean, have you seen it in any pop culture things?
No, I
mean,
hadn't, and I actually I realized in that moment that I also hadn't.
They also what?
In that moment,
She
I
also-
realized
she
I had
certainly had
not
not.
seen that. So something that I was trying to make as campfire lore.
I think it's wonderful.
Was in fact not a thing.
I actually think it's wonderful, and I would love to continue the tradition of Pop-Tarts, campfire Pop-Tarts.
To me, Steve, I'm really
I
excited
love it.
about that.
I want to go home. I'm gonna microwave some Doritos. It's gonna be great.
Gross. Who wants some soggy, hot Doritos?
Look, I'm just saying. Those are those things that you realize as an adult when you're like, oh, gotcha. Okay. Wait, so you all didn't punch your siblings in the throat? Got it. Cool.
Oh, I think most of us have
Punched each other in the
punched
throat.
each other
Okay,
in
good.
the throat, I
Did
think.
you guys ever put action figures on the record player when the record would go around and
All
it
the
looked
time.
like they were all on
Not
a little
action
ride?
figures, My Little Ponies.
I get it.
All the time.
I get it.
Yeah.
I destroyed way too many of my dad's records.
I know.
By doing
Way
that.
too many. Just playing with them, not understanding that needle is actually like
do
necessary but evil.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's like a super sensitive thing. that,
Yeah.
like, yeah.
Yep.
Can't fuck around with.
That's it. All I'm saying is, if you're going to go camping in the future, take yourself a favor. Get a $2.50 box of Pop-Tarts, either the s'mores or the maple sugar.
Throw them in the lake.
And throw them in the lake. Once you get...
Don't
put
you
on-
dare do that Pop-Tart
No.
fire bullshit.
Put on your mask. Jump
if you
in
chuck
that
'em in the
lake. You're going to want to pick those Pop-Tarts back out of that lake, baby. You're going to put it on them. Gonna put it on a rock right by the fire.
5 second
You're
rule.
gonna go, ooh, hot, hot, hot. As you do it with your dirt-covered face, you're gonna eat it, and you're gonna go, ooh, baby. And everyone's gonna be like, did you pee in that swimsuit? And you're gonna go, no, it was the lake. And then they're gonna go, you haven't gone in the lake today, Lee.
And it smells like pee.
And you said you were gonna pee.
Yeah.
I finally went to the PIO Box
Yay!
and found quite a few things for the Valleyfolk in there. So I wanted to distribute things to you guys to read.
I love it.
Elliot, you want to take this one?
I'd love
this
to.
is so cute. Oh,
Who wants to go first? Lee, go ahead. You go first since you're ready.
Okay, this is from Faith Dress Pan. We love Faith Dress Pan. She said, you're
Amber.
forking awesome. Keep it up. Congrats on the launch of your show. Enjoy breakfast on me. That's so sweet. And she says, this is my favorite place to get. Please get a side of queso with your meal. Proud of you all. So overjoyed to see the growing success over the next and over this new endeavor. Keep creating magic for this world and shining your light bright. Love ya.
Oh,
What a
Amber.
sweet
Thank you,
angel.
Amber.
Sweetheart. We
Oh,
have a.
goodness.
This is a gift card
Her
to a
favorite-
restaurant.
Yeah, Home State,
State
a
Texas
Texas
Kitchen.
kitchen.
Wow,
Oh,
we should
I'm
we
ready.
should go, guys.
Oh, we're
let's
gonna
do a
do
little,
it.
Let's go on the
We need
weekend.
to
or
do a
something.
little recess
That sounds
trip. I
great.
love it.
Elliot, what do you got there? Who's this from?
Ladies and gentlemen, this is from Spaceman Roy and Amanda Field. Spaceman
Ooh.
Roy. Yeah. Oh, this is the title Spaceman Roy. This is a puppy in a
Oh, that's
very
really
cool drawing.
adorable.
He's
And
cute.
that's
I'm gonna
Spaceman
frame
Roy.
him. He's a real cute guy.
And this is from Amanda Field.
Here, let me have that. I'll hold it up. For
Oh, that's
Very
nice.
close up of that. Ladies and gentlemen, Valleycast. Hello. Please enjoy this picture I painted of my dog Roy as an astronaut.
Hell yeah! Hell yeah! Hell yeah! Hell yeah!
Excuse
What'd
me?
you do today? What's his name?
Oh my
Roy.
God.
Roy.
Amanda
Roy, what'd you do
Field.
today? I painted a picture of my dog
No,
as an
it's
astronaut and
Amanda
sent it to a
Field.
podcast.
Amanda Field painted
Amanda.
Roy her dog.
Okay.
guys.
Oh, man.
Please.
I love this.
Folks.
I love it so much now. Now that I know
Order.
it's her dog.
Order.
Here's a It's just a little drawing of my dog I wanted you to have.
As an astronaut.
I'm actually
love it
so
so
upset
much.
that you've done this now because this is like my retirement plan. It's just painting my dog as an astronaut.
Just sending it to people.
Sending it to people.
That's your Christmas.
All right. Here we go. This is the backstory, folks. Let's hear more about
I
Amanda
love it. I
Field.
love it. I love it.
I love you like
I'll
order.
start at the top.
Order.
Valleycast. Hello. Please enjoy this picture I painted of my dog Roy as an astronaut.
The best
That's the
sentence.
first paragraph. The
love
next
it.
paragraph reads, I've been watching you guys since SourceFed started, and I was so incredibly happy to see you guys start out on your own. Your content and humor always brings a smile to my face. Steve. I absolutely love you and my dynamic banter. I look forward to each week when it comes out. I'm probably your biggest Spotify listener. Keep on
thank
honking.
you so much.
Ooh, baby.
How the hell did you get your
Yeah, how's
podcast
it on-
on
how's
Spotify?
that on
I think
Spotify.
Headgum did it for
God
us.
dang it.
Dang it. All right. We'll talk to some people. Lee.
Yes.
Your voices are so funny and have helped me feel more comfortable in using funny voices and faces in my normal life. I previously was worried about seeming weird, but your example helped me come out of my shell.
Oh,
Well, Lee, that's you.
That
That's
is
amazing.
me. That means a lot. Thanks.
Joe, your physicality and expressionism brings an element to the Valleycast that really helps push the fun over the edge. Thank you for being you. Thank you for being you. Elliot, your acerbic wit and dry humor speaks to me on another level. Thank you for contributing your skill and comedy and your logic to
Wow,
discussions.
acerbic
I
wit.
can't wait. That's
Actually
what a great
his
word.
book title.
I can't wait to see what else you guys have in store, and I'm so happy everything is going well. Amanda Field, thank you so much,
Oh,
Amanda. Thank you.
I love this so
Oh.
much. We will put Roy on our wall because he's beautiful.
We're going
I
to call
love
it the
you.
Raw.
We have one final piece of mail here, and if you guys
Oh.
would like to send something to the Valleyfolk,
Yep.
you can send it to 4335 Van Nuys Boulevard, number 156, Sherman Oaks, California 91403, and you can put care of the Valleyfolk on there, and we'll make sure that it's for the Valleyfolk. This is from Gina Hughes. I'm going to open this boy up.
Open it up. Okay, and while he does
just
that,
This is why I opened the
Can we
other
just
ones.
watch them in silence?
yeah, I think we should. We have to.
Shh, quiet, quiet.
Okay.
Okay, well, there's a lot going on here.
Give him a second. He's got it.
Oh, no, I don't know if he does.
All right, well, this is...
No, this is good. He's got
Oh,
it.
he's got it. I think he's got
It's a
it.
picture of us right now.
Yep.
I never wear this shirt. That's
Is
great.
that a freaking record? Is that a freaking record? Is that a vinyl?
Okay, well, it looks like a record.
Oh
It
my
says
gosh.
Songs of the Valley, Greatest Hits of the Valleyfolk.
Oh, I love
It
it.
says Side A, Living in the City, Africa, UFO Party, Trophy
Oh,
Corner,
this is beautiful.
Closing Time, Mad World featuring Song.
Song.
Your character song, yeah.
Side B, Total Eclipse of the Heart, You're the One That I Want featuring Song. Closer featuring Song, Paradise by the Dashboard Lights. Someone Like You featuring Song, Arms of an Angel featuring Song, Fine Time for a Sniff featuring Three Tims and a Tina.
That's beautiful.
This person has been rocking it with us.
There's an actual
There's an
record.
actual
in here.
I think it's an actual record. Kate has
we
a record
have a record
player.
player here.
This can't be what this is.
Is this true? Is this a real
No,
thing?
no. There's a real record under here.
Oh, I love it.
We'll find out what it is.
I'm
Yeah.
actually excited.
All right, we'll check it out on
Wow,
Kate's
I
website.
love
I
it.
definitely 100%
There's
believed
also
it. That's
a
so
cool,
funny.
There's also a cool drawing here. Thank you so
Thank
much
you,
for the
Gina.
I
mail,
love
guys.
it, Gina.
Thank you,
I
Gina.
love it. Thank you. We love everyone.
All this is going on the fridge, everybody.
I
I
know.
must. I wish we had more fridge to put it all on
We're gonna
eventually.
get
But
some magnets.
really nice.
all right, well,
We call it the Valley Fridge.
no one calls it
No one
that.
calls it that, but now we're
I
gonna
thought we
have
could.
to.
I thought we could start calling it.
It's
the
fine.
Valley.
You've pitched it before.
Steve, why don't you just bring it on home?
Guys, thank you so much for listening to Valleycast. Of course, you can become a patron of the Valleyfolk and get this podcast early on Mondays, actually, by going to patreon.com/thevalleyfolk. And also, you get all sorts of cool special perks there as well, for depending on which tier of patron you select to be for the Valleyfolk. And you help us out a whole bunch, too, and there's a lot of fun stuff there if you go and check it out. Also, what else? We got your show coming up. We just put some of the third one in the can, and that's coming out real soon.
It might be it contains our weirdest thing we've done yet, which is reading serial killer quotes for the first time on camera
Helium.
on Helium.
on Helium, yeah.
So
Good stuff.
Beautiful.
it's
So
good.
very excited about that.
Oh, I love it.
And I guess that's it, huh?
We love you.
Shout out to our sponsor, Beachbody.
Woohoo!
Shout out to our patrons and shout out to our hardworking employees, Caitlin and Kevin, who've been killing it for us.
Crushing
killing
it.
They've been making this podcast happen while also making your show and all of our other stuff happen. So thank you to them.
Yeah. Well, and thank you guys, whoever's listening to this, whether you're a patron or not. We appreciate your listenership,
Yep.
and also we super appreciate a review and a rate on iTunes,
please.
Oh, yeah.
which helps boost us up to different numbers on lists and stuff, which is always fun and nice.
And one more big favor, if you've made it this far, just like at Spotify and tell them you want this podcast on Spotify.
Yeah.
That'd help
I don't know
us
how else to
a
do
bunch. Yeah.
Because everyone keeps asking, they're like, when is it going to be on this? And we're like, we're trying, baby.
Yep.
Just a
Cool.
small ask. Well, thank you guys so much. I hope you
Thank you,
enjoyed
guys.
Roy as an astronaut. And
So funny. Thank
we'll
you,
catch you
Gina,
next time.
Christine. Thank you, Amber.
love
Thank you,
it.
everybody.
Thank you, everyone.
Just
Have a
Boob.
great one. Goodbye.